Om Shanti. This is the Avyakt Murli of 7th of April, 1981. And the title is Experience of Becoming an Embodiment of All Powers by Using Your Power to Churn. Today, Bab Dada is very pleased to see all his long lost and now found children from the previous cycle. Just as Baba remembers all of you children with deep love, in the same way, all of you children also remain busy day and night in constantly remembering the Father and following His elevated directions. Having seen the love of all of you children and how all of you are busy doing service with much love in your heart, Bab Dada gives special thanks to you all. Seeing the renunciation behind the fortune of you children, Bab Dada constantly congratulates you for your renunciation. Bab Dada is also pleased to see how all of you children are unified in the thought of making yourselves complete and revealing the Father. By remaining aware of the difference between what you were and what you have become, all of you constantly have this divine intoxication. When Bap Dada sees this, he also says with great intoxication, "My wonderful confluence-aged children, how wonderful you are! You are all so fortunate that even today, in your last birth, people paint a portrait of your fortune with the tilak of praise on their forehead, through songs on their lips, with a picture drawn by their hands, and with love in their eyes. Even now, they are waiting for the auspicious moment when you elevated souls will come back to them again. They are desperately invoking you. Similarly, you souls are so very fortunate that the Father Himself sings praise of your fortune. The last devotees even worship your feet. You are such great souls that they simply ask you to give them refuge. This is why Bap Dada is very pleased to see you. Therefore, constantly remain aware of the portrait of your elevated form and your elevated fortune. What will happen by doing this? When your awareness is powerful and your portrait is complete, your character will always remain very divine. It is said, as is your portrait, your face, so is your character. As is your awareness, so is your stage. When you constantly maintain a powerful awareness, your stage automatically always remains powerful. Constantly keep your complete portrait with all your virtues and all your powers in front of you. By keeping such a portrait in front of you, your character will automatically become elevated. You will not need to labor. It is when you lack the power to churn that you have to labor. Throughout the day, keep churning this. Constantly keep your elevated portrait in front of you and use your power of churning. Then all of your laboring will end. You have heard plenty of knowledge. You speak plenty of knowledge. So, why do you experience yourselves to be weak as you move along? Why do you experience everything to be hard labor? What makes you think that something is difficult? It's because after hearing it, you don't churn it. Just as it is essential for your body to have the power to digest after eating, so the power to churn is just as essential to make you souls powerful. By using your power of churning, the knowledge that you receive from the Father becomes your own experience. With the power to digest, the food becomes strength in the form of blood for the body. The power of the food becomes the strength for the body. The food doesn't remain separate from the body. In the same way, when you churn every point of knowledge, that knowledge becomes your own strength. For instance, the first point of the soul is, I, this soul, am the master. After hearing this and churning it, you become an embodiment of it. That awareness makes you powerful. This experience makes you powerful. So then, how did you become that? On the basis of your power to churn, you become the embodiment of the experience of the first point of knowledge of the soul. Similarly, take the point of knowing the drama. You don't just speak or hear the point that whatever happens is in the drama, but while you move along, you have to consider yourself to be a hero actor. Then, by using your power to churn, you become the embodiment of that experience. This power to churn is the special power of the soul. This is the greatest power to make you become the embodiment of your experience. Those who experience constantly move along with the authority of their experience. Experienced people can never be deceived. Experienced people would not allow themselves to be shaken by anyone or to become upset by hearsay. One word of an experienced person is far more valuable than 1,000 words of someone else. You experienced souls constantly remain full with the treasure of your experiences. Those who experience every point of knowledge by turning it are constantly powerful. They are Maya proof and obstacle proof. They become like Angad. They can shake others, but cannot be shaken themselves. So, you now understand what you have to do, do you not? A physical illness comes when you lack one or another vitamin. Similarly, weakness in souls is due to the lack of vitamin of experience by not churning every point of knowledge. There are various vitamins A, B, C, etc. Similarly, you souls should realize when you lack the vitamin of one or another experience. A is the vitamin of Atma, soul. B is the vitamin of Baba. C is the vitamin of the drama and the creation or the cycle. You can represent all the vitamins in this way because you are all clever in this. Therefore, check yourself to see which vitamin you lack. Checking whether you lack experiencing yourself as a soul, whether you lack having a relationship with the Father, or whether you lack experiencing the depths of the knowledge of the drama, or whether you lack experiencing specialties when forming a relationship with others, or whether you're lacking experiencing all your form of all powers. Fill that gap by using your power to churn. Souls cannot become powerful by just remaining part of the audience or by even simply giving lectures. To become an embodiment of knowledge means to be an embodiment of experiencing that knowledge. Increase your experience by using your power to churn. Those who churn remain absorbed in their churning automatically. When you have the stage of remaining absorbed in your churning, you don't have to labor to have yoga, but will experience yourself to be constantly connected in yoga. You won't have to make any effort. To be absorbed in this stage means to remain merged in the ocean of love. You shouldn't remain merged in this ocean in such a way that you cannot be separated. Therefore, you must now free yourself from laboring. When you stop becoming extroverted, you can become free from laboring and constantly remain merged in your introverted form of experience. There is an ocean of experiences. There aren't just one or two experiences, but countless experiences. Don't just bathe in a small pond of experiences by having one or two experiences. You are not the children of a pond, but the children of the ocean, and should therefore remain merged in the ocean of experience. Souls who are called religious founders or great souls are ponds. You have removed yourself from those ponds. You have already drunk enough water from those many ponds. You must now merge into the one ocean. To such powerful souls, to the souls who are constantly merged in the ocean of experiences, to the souls who constantly keep their portrait of perfection in front of them, and thus become souls with an elevated character, to the constantly elevated fortune souls, to those who are constantly introverted and who make others happy, to such double hero souls, Bap Dada's love, remembrance, and Namaste. Bap Dada meeting groups. 1. Do you constantly consider yourself to be a jewel who is close to the Father? What would indicate a close jewel? Close means equal. To be close to someone means to stay in the company of that one. What happens when you stay in someone's company? You become colored by that company. Those who constantly remain close to the Father, that is, those who stay in the Father's company, will be colored by Him and will therefore become equal to Him. Do you experience yourself to be that close, that equal? While keeping every virtue in front of you, check which of your virtues is equal to those of the Father. While keeping every power in front of you, check in which powers you have become equal to the Father's powers. Your title is a master fully complete with all virtues. a Master Almighty Authority. Do you constantly remember this title of yours? When you have all powers, that is, when you are victorious, you can never be defeated. Those who become part of the garland around the Father's neck can never be defeated. Therefore, always remain aware that you are part of the garland around the Father's neck. By doing this, you will stop Maya from defeating you. You will defeat others, but you yourself will not be defeated. Do you have such intoxication? Hanuman is also called Mahavir, brave warrior. What did Mahavir do? He burnt Lanka. He himself didn't get burnt, but he burnt the whole of Lanka. So, you are the Mahavirs who are going to burn Lanka, are you not? Maya may come to you with the right, but you will destroy her right and make her subservient. Hanuman is portrayed with the specialty of constantly being ready to serve, kneeling by Rama. He always considered himself to be a server. Only those who are constant servers can destroy all of Maya's rights. Those who are not servers burn the kingdom of Maya. Rama constantly resided in Hanuman's heart. Hanuman constantly belonged to one Rama and no one else. So too, you should not have anyone but the Father in your heart. You should not even be aware of your body even in your heart. You have been told that even your body does not belong to you. Since even your body is not yours, how can you have anyone else in your heart? While living at home with your family, consider yourself to be a trustee, not a householder. When you consider yourself to be a householder, all your past and future burdens are on your head. To be a trustee means to be a double light. When you are soul conscious, you are a trustee, whereas when you are body conscious, you become a householder. To become a householder means to become trapped in the trap of Maya's attachment. To be a trustee means to be constantly light and to fly in happiness. To be a trustee means Maya's web has been removed and you are free. 2. This year, make plans similar to the story of the family that conquered attachment. The story is that whenever they went to meet any of their relatives, they related knowledge to them. Similarly, whenever anyone comes to meet you, they should feel that they are meeting angels. They should feel such magic cast upon them as soon as they come to you. And wherever you go, and whomsoever you meet, they too should only experience such magic. In the beginning, when people saw the Father, heard the Murli, or met the family, they would be lost in that intoxication. Similarly, whatever people expect when they come to meet you, they should return having filled themselves with multi-million-fold more than their expectations. Create such a plan now. When your thoughts are filled with determination, anything is possible. When one gives such an experience, others will also follow. 3. This year, each of you has especially to imbibe the virtue of tolerance. When someone says something about another person in a gathering, you should remain quiet. Then, for how long would that person continue to complain of another? Eventually, he will become silent. You simply need the courage to listen to something 10 times. In order to change someone, you will have to tolerate a little. You need a lot of the power of tolerance. Do not feel helpless if you have to listen to something just twice. You may even have to hear it 10 to 12 times and tolerate it. Even Father Brahma had to change the sanskars of so many children. Even Brahma, the first and greatest authority, also had to listen to so many little children and also those who had no knowledge. He also had to tolerate every insult. People used to insult Father Brahma, and so, who are you? Since Father Brahma tolerated everything and brought about transformation, you have to follow that Father. It is just a matter of having courage, for then everything will become easy. Initially, you will wonder how it is going to happen and how much will you have to tolerate. If you don't lose courage, it will happen instantly. When you think that it's going to happen sometimes in the future, then your thoughts become weak. Instead of wondering how much longer that is going to continue, put determination in your thoughts. By worrying about the future, your present stage becomes weak. Bapdada meeting brothers and sisters from Gujarat. It has become easy for you to come and go in the corporeal form. You very quickly come here and go back. Just as your practice of coming and going in the corporeal form has become easy, in the same way, do you souls have the practice of going into your karmatit stage? 1 minute you are a karma yogi and performing actions, and as soon as you have finished that task, you become stable in your karmatit stage. Do you experience this practice to be easy? Just as you have the aim of coming to Madhuban and you prepare yourselves and come here, in the same way, you should always have the aim of remaining in your karmatit stage. Become a karma yogi just in namesake and then become karmatit again. What preparations do you need to make for this? You must become double light. Do you know how to become double light? To consider yourself to be a trustee means to become double light. Secondly, to consider yourself to be a soul means to be light. You know how to prepare yourself in this way, do you not? By paying attention to this, you will be able to go into your karmatit stage within a second and then become a karma yogi within a second. Just as it is natural for you to perform actions, so too it should become just as natural to go into your karmatit stage. You do practice this, do you not? Those who constantly remain in remembrance and do service will easily and instantly receive the practical fruit of that. They will not even wonder whether it's possible to do this, but will naturally continue to experience it. While moving along, they will experience it as it is remembered on the path of bhakti. When God comes to give, He tears off the roof and gives. So here too, your roof of effort will be torn off and you will experience everything to be easy. Since you have become the children of the Almighty Authority, why should you need to labor for anything? All of you are easy yogis, are you not? Bap Dada meeting double foreigners. You are all now going back so that each of you can bring many more back here with you next time. This is why you are going, is it not? You have to give the message to very many souls. Only when you make effort with intense speed will you be successful. Now each of you has to create plans of service very fast. Always consider yourself to be a messenger of peace, just like the dove of peace you show. There are many abroad who are searching for peace. Therefore, you must spread waves of peace wherever you go. You are the messengers of peace, the children of the bestower of peace. When everyone receives your message of peace, they will consider you to be gods and goddesses of peace. You are returning from here, having become this. Are you not? What will happen when so many gods and goddesses of peace spread peace everywhere? The flag of the bestower of peace will be hoisted and thus revealed. Those from Germany will hoist a flag for something new so that everyone's attention will be drawn to Germany. Blessing, may you be a special server who spreads the sound of the power of silence with the proof of your practical life, to enable everyone to experience the power of silence is special service. Just as the power of science is very well known, so too the power of silence should also become very well known. Everyone should say that the power of silence is much greater than the power of science. That day will soon come. The revelation of the power of silence means the revelation of the Father. The practical proof of the power of silence is the practical life of all of you. Each of you should be visible as mobile models of peace. The vision of the scientist will then fall on those of you who have the power of silence. Only when you do such service will you be called special servers. Slogan: maintain a balance between service and your stage, and you will continue to receive blessings from everyone. Om Shanti.